York Comic Con from the Newsarama Skybox, and I'm here with Joshua Hale Fialkov, who's from Marvel, and you are working on some very cool books right now. You're in the Ultimate Universe.
I am. I actually, I'm not just, I don't just write in the Ultimate Universe, I actually live in the Ultimate Universe.
Excellent.
They built a plan, and it was a dimensional rift. It's caused some after effects.
How does Ultimate Josh vary from regular 616
he has
Josh?
a goatee instead of a beard.
Oh, cool.
And a drug problem instead of a drinking problem. And it's I'm a little more sweary, a little more racist. I mean, it's ultimate. No.
Well, you think hey, it's so funny because it's true.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this Galactus going to spare your life?
Well, yeah, I've actually, again, part of the reason why I was so excited to write this miniseries is I got to make myself into his herald. So I'm actually, I've worked out a sort of a long-term contract with Galactus himself.
That's good.
And the joy is that because the main Marvel Universe Galactus is a man, he has a human form. I can talk to him, and I can have a relationship with him, which I could not with the Galactus Swarm. So I'm really, I find it to be sort of the best of all worlds. So I've managed to kind of massage things so that I will be spared as the rest of you burn. I'm so sorry.
Well, are you having fun killing everyone?
It is great, I'll tell you. Setting a universe on fire is a lot of fun. And getting to work with Brian Bendis, who, these books, when I was first kind of getting into comics, the work that he and Mark Millar and Warren Ellis and everyone was doing on the early Ultimate books were a lot of the inspiration that made me think like, oh, I would totally want to write superheroes. I could actually do this. Like, this is something that it feels relevant and it feels modern, and a lot of the goofy stuff has been kind of massaged out. And it's a credit to those guys that a lot of what they did in the Ultimate Universe bled over.
Yeah.
So that a lot of the changes and a lot of the advancement you've seen in the main Marvel Universe grew out of ideas from the Ultimates. Yeah, but so now, that I call Brian and talk to him about story ideas is a dream come true. Like, it's really, really fantastic.
Favorite death so far?
I really like, we killed the Ultimate Captain Marvel. And it is Marvel. It's not Marvel. So killing Ultimate Captain Marvel was a lot of fun. And what comes from his death is going to be, I think, pretty cool.
Well, I think one of the great things about the Ultimate Universe is that Peter Parker died. How do you think it changes the scope and the story that there are consequences for these superheroes?
Yeah, I mean, that's a big thing, is that when we decide who lives and who dies, it matters. And it matters to the point that, the universe, when Peter Parker died, what this universe means changed really drastically. And so as we talk about the fates of these different characters and where they're going and, what their, ultimate finale is, so to speak, we really consider that. We consider what it means. What is a Marvel Universe without, Tony Stark? What is an Ultimate Universe without Reed Richards? Like, what are the consequences of that?
Do you think that's a good thing to do? Do you think the 616 should maybe take that a little more seriously? Because, it's a big thing that people always talk about. Nobody actually dies.
Right.
I mean, Jean Grey, I think, has the longest run so far to date.
And even then, she's still technically, she's alive again, sort of.
From the past.
And the future.
That was a good loophole.
Yeah, it's true. She is there. She's now. I think superhero comics are a weird thing, and there's a lot of conversation now about can they get married? Can they have stable relationships? Are bad?
Right.
But, the reality is that you can do a lot with these characters, and they're so flexible because they're really well conceived and they have really good grounding. So you can bend them and manipulate them and move them and do almost anything to them and still preserve a lot of what's great about them. And again, that's something that I think the Ultimate Universe does by changing, the romantic pairings into pairings you've never seen before. Mm-hmm. Really does something for the story. It really drives things, and it takes you in new directions that you never saw. So no, I think both universes are wonderful. I think the fact that we have the freedom to do a little bit more of that stuff than the main universe is pretty great.
That's awesome. So you're playing around in the Ultimate Sandbox,
mm-hmm.
but you're also, like a lot of creators, going the independent route.
I am.
Right?
Well, I started indie comics. I had a small press when I first started. I published a bunch of comics of my own and other people's.
Well, what made you want to go back?
What made me want to go back? So the past few years, I've been doing predominantly work for hire. I've been doing,
mm-hmm.
I worked at DC for 2 years. And now I've been at Marvel for 9 months or so, 10 months.
Because once you get in, you get a number of books.
Yeah, exactly, and
it's
it's a train. Like, it's a train that starts rolling, and you start working and working and working. And there was a moment, where you look at the success of the people around you, and you look at what, Ed Brubaker is doing, and what Brian K. Vaughan is doing, and what obviously what Robert Kirkman is doing, and the opportunity to create your own stories and to build your own universes and to just have the freedom to do whatever you want to do. There's nothing like it, and it's what it's like what I come from. It's where my heart is, and it's what I got into comics to do.
Readership that you can take now,
well, exactly.
Right?
So with the book I'm doing right now is a book called The Bunker. That's a Comixology exclusive, and it it's digital only. It's a totally new method for how for us for releasing this book. And what we've gotten to see is that we have a better shot at reaching out to my existing fan base. We have a better shot at reaching out to non-traditional comics readers, because it's not a traditional comic.
And they're already on Comixology.
Exactly.
You just click through.
Exactly, and it's been like we manage. We're a little indie book that it's just me and Joe Infernari, who's the artist. It's just the two of us, and we were number 8 on the Comixology charts.
That's fantastic.
Like,
what number are you on now in Bunker?
Issue 3 came out like a week ago, so we're a couple weeks away from issue 4 coming out.
Is it an ongoing, or is Bunker going to be a
ongoing?
miniseries starting? Oh,
we're
great.
ongoing, pending people continuing to read it and be happy. Like we will
click on it.
Yeah, we will happily do it for as long as people want to read it.
So we'll get to what the book is about in a moment, but a lot of people are going, a lot of the smaller publishers are getting to be bigger. Why Comixology? Why did you? Because they're becoming quite a force in the industry.
Part of it is that Comixology offers a level of kind of transparency. They're both a store and a distributor at the end of the day. So it's something where we have complete creative freedom.
Do you have an editor from them or no?
No, we have our own everything. It's really like a self-publish. It's like
Do you have an
self-publishing.
editor?
I do have an editor.
Oh, you're very good. You're very disciplined.
Yeah. No, I need. I've always used an editor from the time I started. Having a person to tell you this doesn't make sense is the most important thing in the world.
For you?
A guy by the name of Rob Levin, who has edited probably 5 or 6 of my books now.
Oh,
we've been working together for a very long time. But yeah, it's Comixology and what they're doing, because we actually entered Comixology through what's called the Comixology Submit.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You had to submit?
Yeah, well, no, but it's not we had to. It's that's an option. That's a way to do it. So we actually, we went through the process, and
it works.
And it works. You can publish it, you can self-publish a book, and if the book is, as people tell me, my book is good, you can make something out of it, and you can really do something with it. And it's literally, I don't know that I've ever had a more rewarding experience creatively, business-wise, any of that stuff.
Did you have to Kickstarter it? How did you?
No, we're just doing it. Joe and I had a long conversation about what do we want for ourselves.
Joe your artist?
Joe's my artist,
okay.
yeah, Joe. And we decided that we're not doing this book to make money. We're doing the book because it's a story that we both love, and it's a story that we want to tell. And so from day one, it was, if it doesn't make a dime, we're going to keep doing it. We're going to do it as long as we physically can do it.
So that's quite the
and
commitment.
luckily it has made more than a dime. It's made 4 dimes.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's 50, 60 issues, I would think.
That's very nice.
So yeah, no, it's been, like I said, it's genuinely the most rewarding.
What's it about? So people
Sure, it's about a group of friends who, as they're about to graduate college, they go to bury a time capsule. That will be there for their big chill moment, when in 20 years they all get back together and see how they've changed. And when they start digging, they find a military-style bunker that has 4 of their names printed on the door.
Yeah, they're like, we didn't bury that.
Yeah, they go inside, and inside they find proof that they're going to cause the apocalypse. That the things they do over the course of their lives are going to lead to the end of mankind.
Is it a superhero book, or is it,
It
like
is
a
not.
sci-fi book?
It's actually like a character drama with a sci-fi overtone.
Oh, that's
Because
really
it's about what it's really about is it's these 5 characters have to decide between their dreams, which in theory are going to cause the apocalypse.
They're all like science students or something?
They're all different things, but everyone
interesting,
has kind of a role that leads to, and it's like calculus, how each one, by doing their part, does it, how doing their part contributes to this thing. So it's them deciding between their dreams and the things that they've wanted to do their entire lives, that they just got out of school after training to do, and walking away from all that because of these letters that doesn't really, that's they see that it's science fiction happening to them,
That's great.
And there's that thing. So the story is actually told from both points of view. So it's told from both them in the present, and then you're seeing snatches of the future.
Oh, really?
You're seeing little
Do you have the whole
pieces.
thing mapped out?
Pretty much.
Very
So
nice.
we have like a 5-year plan right now.
Wow,
That's scalable.
ambitious.
Yeah, and but that's the thing. We both Joe and I have been doing this for a really long time, and
Well, it doesn't cost you any money to do it. So you can
yeah,
do
like
it
the
for
only
5
the only
years.
cost
Just
is time,
Yeah.
and that's and it's something that comes up. I was on the Comixology Submit panel yesterday, and there's this weird thing where people are like, well, I'm going to publish one, and then we'll see how it does.
But you don't
And
get
it's
the
like,
repeat business.
yeah, like that's
right?
the thing is it's we do serials. Like, so if you have a story to tell, just tell your story. And if it doesn't sell today, it'll hopefully sell tomorrow.
I think people don't realize that because you're going to have people retroactively discover your book.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Like
so-
I have a 12, I have 12 years worth of books that I've done now. So as I start doing more work that people recognize,
People go
those
back,
books
right?
start selling.
That's
So,
interesting.
it's like I have my first proper graphic novel is a book called Elk's Run, and sadly it's out of print right now. But it's super in demand. I get asked about it constantly. I get emailed about it
Wow,
constantly. There's a
really?
couple colleges that are teaching it. Like,
Really?
I get these like weird, I get these requests, and it's one of those things where, it's out of print, but people want it just because of what I'm. Not even necessarily because, I'm better now or anything, but because they're discovering it because of the work I'm doing now.
So real quick, you're doing you're killing off the Ultimate Universe.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have anything planned at Marvel coming up?
You're gonna have to wait and see. We should be talking about it soon.
Well, this airs after the convention, so
I still
anything.
can't. No, it's
Oh,
not that soon. No, it's
okay.
gonna be a little bit longer.
Right.
We're getting there. Cataclysm is the main Cataclysm, which is the event that spins out of Hunger and
Yeah.
Ultimates. Cataclysm is starting soon. I don't know when. Sorry, I blanked. I really thought I knew. I
That's
really
all
thought
right.
there was going to be a
Soon.
number.
Soon.
Cataclysm, which Brian Michael Bendis is writing, and then I'm writing all the Ultimates and X-Men that tie into it. That event's going to start, and then what comes out of it is going to be pretty incredible.
Oh wow!
So, and I get asked a lot, are we killing off the Ultimate Universe? And all I can say is, I sure hope not.
It's fun
That's the
and
wrong answer.
lucrative.
It is. Tell me about it.
Great.
So I'm doing that, and The Bunker, I'm doing a book at Dark Horse that was just announced called Skyman.
Oh, great.
That's part of their superhero initiative. There'll be more about that soon, I think.
Wow, that's fantastic.
And those are the main things. And then lots of secret projects. Lots and lots of secret projects.